Hi everyone, it's Tasleem here, and today's video is called The Universe is Working for You. You just need to let it, and here is how. So this video is actually very connected to my previous video about the Something for the Universe to Do box. For those of you who saw that video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For those of you who don't, you're probably wondering, what the heck does that mean? Well, don't worry, I'm going to explain it to you. I'm just going to sum it up really quickly, and then I will segue into today's topic because they're very connected. So the Something for the Universe to Do box was inspired actually for me through an email that I received many years ago, and it was originally called Memo from God. I have no idea who the original writer of it was, but it was such an amazing relief to receive this message, and it has helped me years later, and I can't imagine that it doesn't make everyone feel good when they receive it. I did mention in my last video that I've changed the word God to universe because that resonates more for me, but instead of sharing the original message here in this video, I will attach it to below this video, and I will also attach the link to my previous video so you can see all the details, but I will summarize it here for you. So basically it said, I am the universe, and today I'm handling all of your problems. If you have issues, concerns, worries, don't try to resolve them. Just hand them over to me and I will take care of them, and trust that I will take care of them in my time, not yours. All you need to do is put them in the Something for the Universe to Do box, and I will handle it so that you can carry on with your life and enjoy what is around you right now. I thought it was such an amazing message, and especially with everything going on right now in our world, I think everybody would really benefit from hearing this message. And I wanted to actually practice doing the symbolic movement, the symbolic action of putting the worries, concerns, and fears into a box, literally, so that I could practice having a Something for the Universe to Do box and trusting and showing the universe that I do trust it to take care of things. And so I invited all of you guys to do the same if you wanted to. And I was sharing different types of boxes that I was contemplating using for this. And basically the idea is to write down the fear, to write down the worry, to write down whatever it is that's bringing you anxiety or concern, and write it down on a little piece of paper and tuck it into this little box and trust that the universe is going to handle it. And so I wanted to show you which box I decided on. It's the blue, purple, sparkly one that I showed you in my last video. For those of you who saw that video, you know that there's a funny story behind this and what was actually in this box. I've hidden that I've hidden the title of that with the actual original message and changed the word God to universe. But for those of you who want to know the story behind the box, you can watch that previous video. But basically what I wanted to share with you was that I've been doing this for the last week, or I guess it's been 8 days or so. And I have learned so much just in a week. First of all, I thought maybe I would be putting one piece of paper in there a day at the most. There are probably like 30 or more pieces of paper in here, and I think I probably held back a little. I think I probably wanted to put more in there, and I was shocked at how many worries and concerns and stresses come up in my life. And at first I just started with one, and then it just grew and grew, and I didn't actually realize how many I put in there until I looked at it today. I didn't look at what I wrote down, but I just looked to see how many had been piled up, and there was quite a bit. So that means that we carry a lot of stresses in our lives, in our minds, and in our subconscious that we don't even realize. Maybe I do more than other people. I have tended to be a worrier, but this significantly changed that for me, because even though it made me recognize that I'm still worrying about things, it actually lightened my load. It let me release it somewhere. And I felt way more focused because I could let that ruminating and worry go. And I could focus on what I was doing in front of me, and just, it almost felt like I was talking to a friend, or finding something therapeutic to release it out of my body, out of my system, so that I could focus, just like the message said, on the wonderful things that are around me. So the other thing that I was surprised by was that I was going to share with you some examples of what kinds of things I put in the box without even looking at the piece of paper, like just remembering, because I was like, of course I'll remember, because they're pretty stressful things. Like, some of them are small stresses and some of them are way bigger. So I was thinking, oh, which one will I pick? But I was shocked that I couldn't even remember. I could, like, there's like 30 or 40 in there, and I can probably only remember like 2 or 3. So I was like, on top of everything else, I feel like this box actually is working, because really, like, some of these things were ruling my day. Like, they were ruling the way that I was showing up and how much I could get done. And once I put them in the box, they kind of disappeared. And I am sure that a bunch of them got resolved. And even if they didn't, they're not on my mind anymore, so they couldn't have been as big of a worry as I thought they were. That to me is like huge, because and especially nowadays, like what's been happening right now with us and restrictions and being isolated and stuff, like, there's so much going on, and sometimes we can't reach out to people as much because we're trying to keep a bit more distant, or life keeps changing, and it's hard to like figure out how to move through this like period of really like big unknowns. But this made me feel more grounded and less shaky in that sense. Like, I was like, oh, I can put this in there, write down my worry or thought, and let something take it and do whatever it needs to with it, so that I can get done what I want to do. And it was really, really powerful. The other thing, so now moving into more of today's topic, like, why would we believe, and why would we want the universe? Why would we want to know that the universe is working for us? And what does this actually mean? Well, the fact that I put all these worries and concerns in there, and I can't remember a lot of them, I feel like that means that there is kind of proof that the universe is working for us. We forget that because we hold on a lot of times to the worries and concerns, and they stay in our bodies. And so I'm not saying you have to have a something for the universe to do box in order to release those worries. It could be so many different ways. For me, dance has helped a lot. The arts in general, writing, dance, music, all of those things. For some of you, it might be cooking, it might be a sport, whatever it is. But I just think like this is more proof that they're like releasing what's being held or holding us down inside us is really, really beneficial to our bodies, our health, and our mindset. And the other thing is that when we release it outside of us, so like now that I've put these in a box and it's no longer inside me, my subconscious shows up differently in life. So without knowing it, we don't realize that we show up in our lives with these fears and concerns and worries in our subconscious. So when we meet someone, we might be a little bit more guarded, and people think, oh, that's just their personality or whatever. Or we might show up at a job more nervous because we've been, like, we've had some difficult experiences in the past with working with other people, or feeling comfortable in a job environment. Or maybe it's in relationships that we have been like rejected before, so we show up more worried, like going out on a date or being with a partner and bringing up certain discussions that we think might be like might cause conflict and whatever it is. And the thing is that when you show up like that, sometimes you think, oh, you're just like, that's just your personality and you don't know how to handle that. But actually it's because you're holding a lot of these things that I've put into this box inside you. So subconsciously you're showing up in life with these fears in your energy, with these anxieties in your energy and these worries. And that means that you're attracting back to you the people and situations and circumstances that prove your subconscious right. So if you do feel like, oh, you get rejected a lot, that's like a concern for you, you're going to attract people and circumstances that are going to reject you just to prove to you that it's true. But when you release those worries and concerns and, fears, that energy no longer is stuck inside of you. So you show up differently. You show up trusting. Like when you trust that the universe is working for you, you actually start trusting yourself more to make more decisions that are right for you. You start trusting other people to like show up more for you, and it completely changes the way that you live your life. And like I said, and like the original message said, when you do that, you actually can focus on what's really in front of you. And what is really in front of you can actually prove the old subconscious beliefs wrong, and the new subconscious beliefs that are more trusting, more open, more confident now actually attract situations that prove that you have more confidence, that prove that the universe is working for you, that prove that things are working out in your favor. And so I still really recommend you to do this, because I'm going to continue doing this something for the universe to do box project. I will share with you maybe in the coming months or something what comes out of it more in the long term. And the other thing I want to just remind you about that also was mentioned in the original message of the memo from God or memo from the universe is that we sometimes can get anxious if something doesn't happen in the timing or how we want it to happen. In the message, in the original message, it says, remember that this is going to happen in my time. As what it means is in the universe's time, not in your time. So trust that it will get done basically the way that the universe knows is best for you. So let's say you do have some worries and concerns and you're not sure how something is going to unfold. If it doesn't go exactly the way that you hoped it would, there's another kind of trusting as well, that sometimes and oftentimes the universe has a better plan for you. And you could probably think back in your life of proof of that, like where you wanted to be with this in this certain relationship, or you wanted to have this certain job, or you wanted to go to this certain city or country, or have a certain experience, and it didn't work out the way that you had planned, but something even better came out of it. So I wanted to leave you with that. The universe is working for you, and the more that you practice this and start seeing little bits of proof of it, the more you will actually believe it, the more that you will keep attracting proof that it is working for you, and magical things happen. Let me know if you end up making or having a something for the universe to do box. Thank you all for listening, and I will see you next time.